Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome inside Starion Bank Gymnasium, home of the Braves here in Mandan. I'm Josh Boyko. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show on Your Live Event alongside me, Chase Miller. And we are here for day number 2 of the Optimist Volleyball Series as the red team pulls off a 4-0 sweep at Fargo South, day number 1. Caitlin Ullman of Fargo Shanley with 14 kills to lead the way, to pace the red team alongside Addison Clamine, Bella Kovash, and others. Really a good team performance from the red team. And Chase, what do you like about day 1? I mean, we had a solid day 1, even though it was 4-0. Maybe you felt a little bit closer than that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing anytime you get to an all-star series like this is the chemistry, which we'll hear from the coaches a little bit in a moment. And we heard from the coaches even last night that we talked to, Josh, and just how quickly the girls kind of can gel and click together. And we saw some really good transition plays, just like you would expect. There might be one or two that both teams would like to have back. But as much as it was a 4-0 sweep and the red was awfully good in the first and second sets respectively, I thought the blue team was just a hair short, a half a foot here, a quick little tip there, a deflection there that maybe could have got a rally in. The one thing the red did a really good job on, multiple points before they gave up the serve where the blue, it was tough to get even back-to-back points at times. So can the blue get a 3-4 point swing a little bit, while on the opposite side for the red, I mean, it was a three-headed monster that you already alluded to, Josh, with Addison Clamine, with Caitlin Ullman, and I thought, Ella Stimson really got things going, but then everybody balanced it out with the Bella Kovash, Jordan Tozer, Emerson Johnson and company. So if the red team can put on the performance like they did last night, they'll be tough to beat, but I think the blue team has something to prove here after falling in 4 sets yesterday, Josh.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, you mentioned the duo from Fargo Shanley with Caitlin Ullman, Ella Stimson, both definitely coming to play. And maybe on the blue side, just give an example of someone who you think could take a step forward here tonight. A couple of Class A and B players of the year on that side, so a lot to pull from talent pool-wise.
Yeah, the blue team, if there was a three-headed monster, it was Trader, it was Clorin, and Blado yesterday. Those were the three, but we saw some really good glimpses, I thought, by Molly Bjornaby from Region 2 from the Grafton Spoilers. Emma Bixby, I thought, did a really good job at the libero spot. The question is, who can be that next hitter? Can it be a Madison Collins as an example? Can we maybe see a Reagan Gelstrup from Cinch McLean? I think that's going to be the biggest thing for the blue team, is there's 3 really good hitters without question with Blado, Colorin, and with Trader, but who can be that next person up in the system that can just provide a little bit more depth? And that's what we saw yesterday for the red. They had a couple really good hitters, but they had 2, 3, 4, 5 down the lineup, where for the blue team it just felt like they just had about 3 that they were going to consistently.
Yeah, totally agree with that, and we'll see if the depth can come to play here for the blue team tonight. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. When we come back, we'll hear from our coaches later, brought to you by Hillsborough EDC, and preview a little bit just more of this Day 2 matchup that we've got going on from Starion Bank Gymnasium in Mandan. You're listening and watching Optimist Volleyball, Day number 2 on yourliveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is the Ivory Insurance pregame show on your live event of Optimist Volleyball. Day number 2 here in beautiful Mandan, North Dakota. And, I mean, we got a beautiful facility that we're in here tonight, Chase Miller. And what's the keys to thriving here for maybe both of these sides? Give me a comparison contrast.
Yeah, from Starion Bank Gymnasium. And, oh, by the way, yes, it's worth the drive out to Mandan and check out this facility from the folks in the east that we've spoken with a little bit earlier. So if you haven't, make sure you come out to Mandan for a high school athletic game coming up in the fall, in the winter as well. I think the biggest thing is for the blue team, the serve receive to start the offense. That was at times not a great first pass to get to their setters respectively. So just from the volleyball acumen, that's number 1. And then also number 2, I think, which team's going to win the battle of the net? We saw a lot of really good 50-50 balls, a joust at the net yesterday, Josh. We saw both teams put up a double block. But who can win the battle of the net tonight? And then from the Red All-Stars, it's just a matter of keeping that mojo and trying to find a way to see if you can maybe sweep the blue. While on the blue, I think it's just a matter of finding good passes to really start up the offense. We saw it in set 3 and set 4 late yesterday at Fargo South, but set 1 and set 2, they just couldn't have a good serve receive. Well, the red team, Josh, they were just scrappy, and they made you work for it. And if they can be that scrappy again and make you earn those points, I think it could go a long way.
Yeah, very much agree, and I'm looking forward to that net play, especially from the blue team here tonight. Blado from West Fargo Cheyenne is someone that can absolutely shut down an attack from the middle, and we'll see if she can do that here tonight to get blue team back on top. We'll take another break here. We'll hear from the coaches when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Get ready, Ada! Big blown monster trucks will invade Norman County Fair with one big show. June 20th, monster trucks and more. Plus all new family affordable prices while they last. VIP tickets include a pit party pass and the best seat. Get tickets online at legendsofmonstertrucks.com or get them late at the gate. Your monster truck ticket is your free entrance into the fair. Get your tickets now. One big show, June 20th, to see the legends of the monster truck world at the Norman County Fair. It's gonna get wild.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Let's face it, moving is a pain. And if you decide to do it yourself, take the hassle out with All About Moving in Grand Forks. While national conglomerates tend to overcharge and take longer, All About Moving is locally owned and wants to make your next move an efficient and stress-free experience. Take the stress out of moving with All About Moving in Grand Forks, so you can focus on the things that really matter.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Welcome to our pregame brought to you by Ivory Insurance, and this interview brought to you by Hillsborough EDC with Katura Schwarzrock, and trying to rebound from yesterday with the 4-0 sweep. So what is the key to getting back on top here tonight?
Just ball control. We really, the red team did a great job controlling the pace yesterday and controlling the game with their serving, and we just kind of struggled with some passing. We were a little too tense, and so the hope tonight is the last game, and so they can have some fun and relax and just kind of step in and be the better passers that we know they can be.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like the blue team was too far off, honestly, from hitting the lines and doing what they were intending to do. So do you think it's just getting calibrated and getting locked in a little bit earlier tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they just need a little more confidence and moving our feet a little more communication. Just things that, throwing a bunch of girls together is just kind of hard to do sometimes. And but I think we started to see that at the end of yesterday, and so hopefully we continue that to ride that as the points and score were a little closer by the end of yesterday's game.
Yeah, the last two sets 25-20, and it just seemed a little bit closer. And you got a Class A and Class B player of the year on this side, so it seems like you're not short on talent on this side.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So it's just figuring out the kinks and who can trust who, and we told the girls in the huddle that there was a couple of times where they were looking at each other and who's going to go for a ball, and we're all like, you shouldn't look at anybody. You have been voted by your coaches to be here, and you should be proud of that, and so you should have all the confidence in the world to take a ball and not look at your teammates to take it.
Any adjustments to be made tonight after anything that red team exploited last night?
Nope, we got to cover our line a little bit, so we're going to try to take away that the line shot a little better tonight. But really, other than that, I don't think that there was really anything we needed to adjust that way. It's just some ball control and getting back to some basics and making sure we're solid on those fundamentals.
How much fun is everyone having? Despite 4-0 last night, it seems like everyone is still having a pretty great time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all got back to the hotel last night, and the red team had jumped in the pool, but they got out and the blue team was laughing, and they're all laughing and eating pizza and having a great time. So I don't think, and we had lunch today in Bismarck or right here in Mandan, and everybody's sitting with each other, laughing, so there's no animosity. They know they're all enjoying themselves, and a couple of the girls are asking, like, did we play bad? Like, we worked really hard. I was like, you work hard, that's all we can ask for. And so I think that they're just taking that and just enjoying the experience.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Dakota Schwarzrock here on the Irie Insurance pregame show, and the interview brought to you by Hillsborough EDC.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. Jamie, first things first, let's just talk about last night and then preview here what we're going to have a little bit on moving forward. What did you just see from the red team last night that you really liked, especially just a couple of days where these players are getting together and having some pretty good cohesion on the floor?
The chemistry is just insane with this group. From the start of the first practice, they really started gelling together quite a bit. And even at the hotel, they just really were connected. And I think you saw that on the floor last night. I don't know how many long rallies that we had, and we were able to win those long rallies, which I think gave us the momentum. And I mean, the defense was insane. Our setters really were on point with our hitters, and it was just really great volleyball. And it was just fun to see that nobody gave up on a ball. I mean, just when you thought the rally was over, it was still going, so it was just really fun to see, and fun to see this group just really connect like they have.
What does this game represent for North Dakota volleyball players? I mean, it's one thing to be here, but do you think this game has helped continue to grow volleyball, or where do you think this will allow volleyball players to be 5-10 years down the road trying to aspire to be an all-star in North Dakota?
Somebody said the other day, whether it's true or not, that volleyball has surpassed other sports for girls sports, and there's just so many kids playing right now, and the sport just keeps growing and growing, whether at the college level, now the professional level, all of that. So I think that any kind of great volleyball that we can show kids and get a volleyball in their hand is a great thing. But I think for kids to be able to come and watch this, and not only watch like the pure athleticism, but just the types of people that we have on the floor here and what the All-Stars really represents. I mean, these are great individuals on and off the court, and I think that that's just awesome for girls to see. I know my own daughter and her team are coming tonight, and so excited to see that. And they just had practice at 4 that I was at, but just like telling them, like, you got to watch this girl and you got to watch this girl, and this is what you want to do. And I think it's just really cool for us to be able to host this in this venue that nobody's played volleyball in here before. So it's just a really cool experience.
2 more questions for you, Jamie, before I let you go. The one is, seeing some different variation of players on the roster, and for some volleyball, they'll say a Bismarck Century Patriot and a Fargo Shanley Deacon, they don't like each other sometimes. What's it like just seeing those rivalries, whether it's from the West or seeing new players from the B and A kind of mesh and become what used to be rivals on the court, now teammates, for a weekend?
Those rivals, they really are fun during the season, but even better when you can coach them together. They're really meshing well together. It's been really fun to, have these kids from, especially Class A, because that's what I know, seeing them as a competitor's side to then get to coach them and just see truly what kind of a great human they are. I mean, that's just really rewarding, and hats off to their coaches and their parents because they just have great kids. But it's really fun to have them together. And of course, I feel blessed to be able to coach, Addie and Holland one more time. Yep. Just incredible people. And it's been a great experience, and it's fun to see all of this come together.
Final thing for me, what do you gain as a volleyball coach? We heard kind of what the players gain and some of their favorite momentum moments in volleyball and where they're heading off to college, whether they're playing collegiately or not. But as a coach, how much are you spitballing with other coaches through this? How much are you talking about what works in practice or what works for, a transition game or your offense? Yeah. How much are you talking shop, so to speak, for a couple days?
I mean, the entire time. I'm coaching along Rich Olson, who is like a legend. I mean, 1,000 career wins. I mean, he knows this sport, and I mean, every day, whether we've gone out to lunch together or in the gym or practice planning, whatever it might be, I'm learning, and that's to be able to do that and to be able to network with the other coaches from the blue team too. It's just, we're all learning from each other, and it's almost like another little coaching clinic that you get to go to, and just hearing other people's philosophies. So definitely a learning experience for me, to be able to bounce ideas off people and what's your team look like this year? What are you missing? What are you going to need? I mean, it's fun to be able to do that.
Hey, Jamie, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here tonight for the Red team.
Thank you very much.
All right, Josh is tended back to you.
Thank you, Chase Miller, as we have just a few minutes to go before we get volleyball underway. That is Jamie Zastapul there from Bismarck Century and the defending Patriots, who are the Class A champions. Then coaching alongside Zastapul will be Rich Olson. Happy birthday to Rich Olson here, who's got over 1,000 career volleyball wins. So a great tandem for this Red team, already at 4-0. We'll take a quick break and get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups introductions right after this.
The Outlaws are coming back. The World of Outlaws late model series is coming back to Ada, the Norman County Raceway. Saturday, June 28th, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will have 2 shows at Red River Valley Speedway Saturday, May 31st and August 23rd. For tickets and more information, visit ncraceway.com, redrivervalleyspeedway.com, or follow on Facebook.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Hey there!
I'm here to personally invite you
To join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
Great rates
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Night 2 from Starion Bank Gymnasium. We're at Fargo South for night 1 of Optimist Volleyball. We've got night 2 coming up now, and we're getting to our starting lineups here in a moment, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. This has been your Irie Insurance pregame show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet our teams. First, for the blue team. The blue team is coached by Katura Schwarzrock from South Prairie and Stephanie Oliver from Fargo Davies. The blue team, number 1, Emma Bixby. Parents, Jeremy Bixby and Katie Bixby. High school coach, Jenna Anderson. Number 2, Molly Bjornaby. Parents, Josh and Patty Bjornaby. High school coach, Coley Warren. Number 3, Maya Blado. Parents, Jeremy and Heidi Blado. High school coach, Leah Newton. Number 4, Madison Collings. Parents, Corey and Jackie Collings. Head coach, Cassidy Prisbilla. Number 5, Olivia Abel. Parents, Brent and Felicity Borud. Head coach, Kara Nunziato. Number 6, Madison Foster. Parents, Tim Foster and Marie Neese. Head coach, Brianna Klein. Number 7, Edie Hagerly. Parents, John and Sarah Hagerly. Head coach, Sarah Hagerly. Number 8, Alexa Kiloran. Parents, Nicholas and Michelle Kiloran. Head coach, Leah Newton. Number 9, Reagan Kelstrup. Parents, Christy and Taryn Kelstrup. High school coach, Whitney Jangula. Number 10, Alyssa Sommerfeld. Parents, Richard and Kelly Sommerfeld. High school coach, Hadley Plank. Number 11, Isaiah Trader. Parents, Clarence and Winona Trader. Head coach, Katura Schwarzrock. And number 12, Presley Zeltinger. Parents, Jason and Rachel Zeltinger. High school coach, Tim Wallstrom. Ladies and gentlemen, your blue team. And now for the red team, coached by Jamie Zastapol of Bismarck Century and the birthday boy, Rich Olson from Langdon area, Munich. And the players. players, number 1, Emerson Byron. Parents, Andy and Gwenny Byron. High school coach, Carolyn Olson. Number 2, Holland Fitterer. Parents, Paul and Dana Fitterer. High school coach, Jamie Zastapol. Number 3, Emerson Johnson. Parents, Ryan and Melissa Johnson. High school coach, Tanner Carlson. Number 4, Addison Clemene. Parents, Pete and Jill Clemene. High school coach, Jamie Zastapol. Number 5, Bella Kovash. Parents, Dan and Brandy Kovash. High school coach, Brianna Sisson. Number 6, Caitlin Omed. Parents, John and Amy Omed. High school coach, Taylor Preston. Number 7, Meredith Romfro. Parents, Troy and Rochelle Romfro. High school coach, Rich Olson. Number 8, Ella Stimson. Parents, Justin and Jessica Stimson. High school coach, Taylor Preston. Number 9, Annie Stroklid. Parents, Pete and Becky Stroklid. High school coach, Tim Wallstrom. Number 10, Reagan Terrell. Parents, Tyler and Danielle Terrell.
This will be Brandon too.
High school coach, Jesse Gortson. And number 11, Jordan Tozier. Parents, Brandon and Jesse Tozier. High school coach, Lisa Strand. And number 12, Isabel Wendell. Parents, Shade and Mary Wendell. High school coach, Megan Troutman. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 All-Star teams.
Thank you to our public address announcer for introducing our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower owned. Visit crystalsugar.com. We'll take a break here as this has been your Ivory Insurance pregame show. And we will come back with our Norman County Raceway, Red River Valley Speedway first serve around the break. This is Optimist Volleyball, Day 2 on YourLiveEvent.com.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading corps tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading corps tutor.
Big thank you to Irie Insurance for sponsoring our pregame show here tonight. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. I'm Josh Boyko alongside the Chase Miller for Optimist Volleyball Day 2 from Starion Bank Gymnasium here in Mandan. The red team took all 4 sets in Fargo South yesterday. The blue team trying to rebound in the west here in Mandan. They've got the talent to do it. Both of these teams are star-studded and stacked, so we're looking forward to the product that we have got coming up here tonight. It's time now for our Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway first serve here tonight. You can check out the World of Outlaws late models on June 28th, coming up just under 2 weeks in Ada. Tickets are now available at NormanCountyRaceway.com. And then Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo got Friday night races weekly starting at 7 o'clock with the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars back in town on August 23rd. For more information, visit RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. We got the teams lining up. We got Chase Miller back in the booth here with us. And Chase, what have you got for some tips to the game here tonight as we are getting ready for first serve?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you know, the nerves should be put out if you had any nerves from yesterday with it being day two. Number 2, all the players when they came in, if they haven't been in this gymnasium, you could see their eyes were like silver dollars going, wow, this is just a phenomenal facility. We said the same thing when we walked in here. And a nice crowd making its way here in Mandan as well, Josh, for day number 2. I think for the red team, just keep what you're doing. The blue team probably want to try to play from ahead. They rarely had a 1 or 2 point lead yesterday at Fargo South, Josh.
Yeah, definitely trying to play from ahead if you're the blue team, which was a rarity, like you said yesterday. Our officials tonight, Dana Henry and Heidi Henk, will be our officials. Red team will have the first serve here tonight with Isabel Wendell from Carrington to get us started. Tip into the middle, handled by Trader, and blue team unable to get on the board first. They had a shot down the line looking for a tip, but none granted, so the red team will be up 1-0 here.
Yeah, Alexa Caloran trying to get on the board that time going down the line. Thought there was a touch, nothing granted there from the head official.
Already did see a little bit better of a serve receive on that first point. A good sign for the blue team. Nice block in the middle. Trader there, a part of that. Lunging effort, but unable to get that one across. That was Ebel for the red team. It is now 1 apiece. Here's Sargent County's Emma Bixby to serve. Played some libero yesterday. Set across to the far side. Here's Collins trying to get going early, but a nice dig in the back. Lunging effort again in the back row. That's Ullman with a couple of nifty defensive plays. Trader sets it up, and the kill for Blado. On the far side, Maya Blado from West Fargo Cheyenne getting going early.
Yeah, first kill of the night there from Blado, and that's what the Blue All-Stars will be wanting a little bit more of here tonight after she had a good performance yesterday at Fargo South.
Collins, another good one to the back row, but another sprawling save by Ullman. They just do get this one over as Trader was able to get to it. And Red coming back with another point to knot it up at 2. That was Clamine with the kill there for Bismarck Century. Coming off of a nice first round. There's an ace for Kovash. Kovash was one of the supporting cast for that day one 4-0 sweep. Line drive serve handled by Bixby in the back row and sailing long off the hand of Blado and out of play. Kovash for a third time in a row goes to Trader on the back left. Here's Collins, rejected at the net. Lofted over, Ullman gets there. The set, pushed to the back row by Clamine. Blado a tip. And the kill on the near side, Ella Stimpson.
And we've seen that outside again be a really valuable factor so far for the Reds. Stimpson alongside with Omen, and Clamine really did a nice job from that particular spot yesterday at South.
Hagerly sets one up for Trader, who buries it on the far side. That's a good sign right there. Hagerly putting that one in the right spot, and Trader finding that line that wasn't very open yesterday, but they find the right location there.
Trader serving.
Trader with the jump serve and some top spin to the back row. A nice set from far back, and Ullman does the rest. 14 kills on night number 1, gets her first of night 2, 6-3, Red on top. Bixby gets 2 hands up. Collins. Now Ullman over the double block, gets it over Blado and Shellstrup. Omeen with a rocket towards Bixby. Here comes Collins. Deflected, but he gets down, and Collins breaks through for her first kill of the night.
Collins had a couple of them yesterday, and we were kind of saying in our pregame who could be that player that's not a Trader, a Kaloran, or Blado, and Collins very much could be that offensive threat here for the blue team moving forward here this evening.
Yeah, looking for that outside hitter depth, and she was providing some good touches yesterday, but it just took some really good defensive efforts by the red team to thwart her getting those kills. Serve just a sneak over. Setting up to the outside. Ullman through the block for the point.
Caitlin Ullman, I understand she's going to Iowa State for architect, but I think there's some volleyball coaches that are salivating going, how can we get you on our roster for next year?
Yeah, she has been the leader in kills throughout this day and a half set. This one going to be an ace. As Stimson, the other Shanley product, is back there now, serving for Team Red.
She got an ace yesterday as well for the Red All-Stars, and Ella Stimson going to UND for a little aviation coming up in the fall.
Not a bad place to be going for aviation. Tip to the back line. It does get down, and that's Molly Bjornaby getting into the stat sheet.
Really good job by the Grafton Spoiler, Region 2 Player of the Year for a Senior Athlete of the Year, and really we saw the Red do a lot more of those kind of tips yesterday, Josh.
Yeah, Blue giving a little bit of taste of their own medicine, and Bjornaby had one of the better Blue team performances last night, so not surprising to see her picking up where she left off. Several tips from each side. Lofted up. Here's Kaloran from out of bounds, gets it to the back row. Ullman with a drive, handled with a partial tip of the net, then Collins. Oh, it was a nifty surprise touch right there that gets it through. And Blue is on a roll.
Yeah, Chelstrup did a really good job there with the a drop on that one, on that set. Really nice job.
Very quick hands. Didn't think she had the opportunity to do it. And there's an ace right on the back line for Collins.
So first ace of the match for the Blue All-Stars.
3 in total through the first 17 points between Red and Blue. Ullman just does sneak this one over. Free ball at the net, and she takes advantage.
Fourth kill already for Ullman, Josh, and she is starting where she left off last night at Fargo South.
You don't have to tell her twice what to do when a ball just comes sitting free over the net. She spiked that one down, buried it, no doubt about it. Now she gets to serve. Goes Collings' way. There's Kaloran from West Fargo Cheyenne, but that one is out of play. Back to the red team and Ullman for another serve.
Just like last night, Blue getting close, Red immediately answers and starts to get a couple of points in a row from the service line.
There's the service return we're talking about. Not able to get a brilliant attack on that first go. Setting up Shellstrup. Oh, sorry, that was Strokeland, rather. That one goes a little bit long, and Blue will get this ball back, side out. Set to the far side. This one handled by Collins in the back row. Kaloran could not get it over. (12-9) Red as we approach halfway through this first set. Back and forth, but Red with a slight advantage on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. And freshly into the game, Ajaya Trader gets way up, using the elevator to get up and slam that one down. It is 12-10.
Yeah, Minot State's going to be expecting a lot of that moving forward for the next couple of seasons there in the Magic City for Division II volleyball.
Maybe on the shorter side for a middle hitter, but she has got the ups to get up there with anyone. Hagerly sets for Kaloran, gets it through, but a nice job by Stimson keeping that one alive after reading the partial block. Blado, a two-handed push. And from the back row, that's Oman with another kill.
Well, feed the hot hand. She is continuing to be the leader so far in that kill category here tonight.
If my count is correct, that's 5 for Oman in 13 points for the red team. Here's Trader going far side, chasing over towards the bench. Jamie Zastapol getting out of the way. Trader, the tip, and gets it down. A good location. She went to that far side line, threw off the red team, and earns another point.
Yeah, third kill so far here for Trader. Very similar to Oman, the blue, kind of feeding the hot hand here in the last couple of points for the blue team.
Yeah, the setters are just searching out Oman and Trader at this point. As that one trickles a little bit long off the hand of Bixby and out of play. Here's Kovash back in to serve for the red team. Already has an ace. Collins with a blast, but it's handled, but it's a free one at the net, and Trader will get the finishing credit for that one, as blue is back within 2. Trader with 4 kills, and now she is at the service line with the top spin. Goes to the back line. Oman to Collins. Hagerly sets. Blado with a drive. Kept up, but that is 4. So Hagerly gets the assist to Blado.
Yeah, so 4 on that one with the violation, as you'll see Trader going to the line.
Into the net as Clamine could not elevate quite enough. 15-13 Blues, Red still on top, but they haven't been able to get that separation that they have in sets past that we saw in Fargo South. Setter Hagerly just does get there in time, but Red unable to make the read. Blue team back within 1 point here. This is one of the more competitive sets that we've seen here, Chase.
Yeah, kind of at this point last night, it was a 5-6, maybe a 10-point lead for the Red All-Stars. By the time they got to 15, the question can be again for the blue team, can they tie and eventually play with a lead here against this Red All-Star squad?
Zeltinger with the serve. Zeltinger sets. As Chelstrup, that was denied at the net. Chelstrup taps it over to reset. Stimson with a drive. It goes back onto the red side. Punched over, but blocked by Collings. Knotted up at 15 as Collins with the long arm of the law gets the block. Zeltinger from Kenner Bobels with another serve. And Red back on track with Oman on that far side.
After our just second tie of the match, all of a sudden, boom, you go to where your bread is buttered one more time, and the Red All-Stars get a quick side out on the way. But as you said, Josh, very competitive, and we're seeing this Blue All-Stars doing a good job at the net, but also getting those 50-50 points that they were unable to get really in set 1 or set 2 yesterday at South.
Yeah, well said. And there's an ace. That one ate up Foster in the back row, and Stimson earns the ace, third of the first set for the red team.
Second for Stimson in her own right here for the Fargo Shanley product.
Sent back by that front row from the red team with Byron and Strokeland. And then Oman going down the line again. Caitlin Ullman dominating in set number 1, picking right up where she left off. And our first timeout is called in set number 1. 18-15, red team on top on your live event.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we take a look at the red team huddle, up 18-15 as Rich Olson and Jamie Zastapol have not lost a set here in this Optimist Volleyball series. It's time for our Bank North in-game update as our leader in kills in set number 1 right now is Caitlin Oman with 7. There's also been 3 aces between 1 from Bella Kovash and 2 from Ella Stimson as your Bank North in-game update for set number 1. Here's Stimson. Collins with a blast to the back row. Sprawling out was Kovash, but could not do a thing about it. Really have liked what I've seen from Collins. It doesn't look a whole lot different from from night number 1 at Fargo South, but they're just finding the floor this time. (18-16), red on top. To the far side, Kaloran. And the tip there is in front with Oman, getting it down.
Yeah, Collins has done just a really nice job for Williston throughout her career, but also so far for set number 1 for this Blue All-Star team. But they keep on pushing, and every time they do, the Red All-Stars just make a quick little side out here.
Here's Ullman sending it well long. Blue gets a free one, and they get the serve back. You get Trader back in the middle. Here's Foster. Set to the far side. Lunging effort from Foster keeps it up. Trader to Ullman. Byron, they try to dig it out of the net, but Byron gets the kill. That was the first of the night for Byron, the setter from Grand Forks Red River. Back set, going line to line. Oh, what a touch there. That's Bjornaby with one of the best locations of the night. That's not an easy one to get over the net, but also still in play on the far side. Bjornaby has got the blue team within 2.
That'll be your second kill of this match so far in set number 1.
Here's Hegerly. Tip Blado handles it. Kaloran gets the kill. Good strategy getting it to a good player right there, the West Fargo Cheyenne product. Kaloran gets the blue team back within 1, eyeing their first set victory of the Optimist Volleyball Series. Blocked at the net, but it still gets down. I think that was Kovash maybe that got that one. Here is Wendell from Carrington. Kaloran's drive is handled. Ullman from the back row just plays it into some space, gets a double commit. Collins trying to dig it out, but that one is blasted down by Kovash. Kovash from Dickinson Trinity. Looking good in set number 1. We see a timeout as blue team gets within 1. Red team answers with a couple points. We step aside 22-19, red on top.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Take a look at the blue team huddle as they trail 3 in set number 1 here at Starion Bank Gymnasium in Mandan, home of the Mandan Braves. Red team has been able to stretch out a little bit of a lead, though, as the serve is Wendell's right now. We've seen a couple ties. We've seen it within 1 recently, but the blue team in need of some points desperately to keep this alive. That is on the back line, and that is Clamine getting in on the action. One of the larger leads that we've seen now in set number 1, and it comes at a good time for the red team. And there's an ace for Wendell as Foster couldn't hold on to it, so 5-point gap now. Red team on the verge of taking set number 1. 4 aces already, counting for a 6th of their points in the set. Kaloran sent back. Hagerly sets. Foster just does get it over. Tip of the net and a violation there. Blue team point.
And just going over the net. Tough one. You're trying to make the play as best as you can. And regardless if you're the red team, you got 1 or 2 in your back pocket you can kind of give away, so to speak, here.
You'll have the ability to play pretty aggressive to get this final point. Bixby from Sargent County with the serve. Stimson sent back. And some contact at the net. Another point for the blue team.
I'll say that it was just out with where the post was on that block. So on the swing out by the red team.
Back within 3. Clamine for the set win. The tip is in the right spot. 25-21 is your final in set number 1, with the red team improving to a 5-0 lead now on the Optimist Volleyball Series scoreboard, if you will, as they take all 4 sets at Fargo South. They take set 1 here in Mandan. Back with our recap of set number 1 after this.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. We at IRE Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an IRE Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at ireins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Welcome back. At set 2 is about to start here in a moment, but let's get to our DJ Coulter set recap as the red team takes set number 1, 25-21. Kaylin Ullman dominating in set number 1 with 8 kills, and then 4 aces for the red team overall. 1 from Kobosh, 1 from Tozer, or 1 from Wendell rather, and then 2 from Ella Stimpson. So 25-21, red team on top as the blue team got some good runs going. Ajaya Trader had 4 kills in the first set, and Bjornaby and Blado had a couple each. So back and forth, but overall red team stayed in control and possessed the lead for most of that first set. That is your DJ Coulter Agency set recap.
Yeah, and you look at Caitlin Oman again with 8 kills. You had Edison Clemene with 4. I think the biggest difference in that first set, and by the score as well, was the aces 4-1 in favor of the Red All-Stars, Josh, which really was nicely done by Stimpson, Kovac, and Wendell, and goes back to what we said on our pregame show, to serve, receive, but you have to first get to the volleyball, number one, and that's something the Red All-Stars did a really good job of, just really at the service side, able to get that extra couple of points to take the first set.
4-point win and 4 aces for the red team in set number 1. Eddie Hagerly will lead us off with the first serve in set 2. Set to the far side, and Emerson Byron climbed the ladder but did not quite get it over.
Yeah, Trader was there with the block combination. Bjornaby, Blado, that's a nice tandem up front here for the Blue All-Stars to start things off.
Absolutely. Tozer goes down to get that one. Byron trying to tip it over, but Blado's there again. This one gets down, though, between a couple of blue team players with Bjornaby and Alyssa Sommerfeld in the area.
So Byron gets her second kill of the match.
Here's Tozer from Thompson. Lunging effort from Terrell, the libero, into the game now for the red side, and down it goes. Nice effort there from Terrell, seeing her first action.
Yeah, and Clemene gets the block on the way from Bismarck Century, so a magician and a patriot helping each other out.
2-1 now with the red team back on top after the first point goes to the blue team. Blado had an open line, but misfired a little bit to the right. That was more what we were seeing in night number 1. Some open lines occasionally, some open spots, but the blue team just misfiring a little bit. They've been more on point in set 1. There's an on-point touch. There was Trader in the area, I believe, on that one. It's 3-2.
Yeah, Trader with that kind of a power tip on the way up to 5 kills now here for the Blue All-Stars.
Here is Bjornaby from Grafton to serve. Some nice sink to it. Terrell had it go over the net. This one dug out by Tozer. To the back line with the power push. And the red is back on top 4-2.
Clemene able to do it again here on the front row.
I give her 5 kills now. She'll get the serving privileges, the Bismarck Century product. Another ace. 5-1 in the ace category in favor of the red team. There's the first for Clemene. Collins to Hegerly, back to Collins, dug out in the back by Clemene. Here's Ullman, gets it through. Blado was in the area, but it did not matter. And the red team pulling out to an advantage of 4 points. Ullman again, and finds the right spot. That is, I believe, 10 kills now for Caitlin Ullman. Just going back to her on back-to-back occasions, and it keeps working, so why I stray from it? Hegerly to Collins, and this one will end up working, getting past the block of Byron. Another kill for Collins. It's her second tonight. Here's Trader from South Prairie Max with the serve. Has got some of the best vertical and hops on either side. Collins, a beautifully placed tip, but it's dug out. Just could not get it over. Tozier was the last touch there. There's a nice job extending there from Emerson Johnson, but they could not hang. Eventually, it does get down.
Yeah, Jordan Tozer with a really good chance on that one there from the Thompson Tommies. Just tough with her momentum going one way.
Almost a miss hit there, but Chelstrup gets one through from Central McLean. Blue team with a much-needed run. 3-0 already on this run with Trader at the service line. Lofts one, a sprawling effort from Ullman, but there is an ace, the second one of the night for the blue team. And Trader picks up her first ace to go with Collins' one in set one. 4-0 run at a good time. Hagerly pushes Tozer all the way to the back corner, but Ullman still gets off a nice look, and Trader couldn't dig it out. So Ullman already in double-digit kills through a set and not even a set and a half. And she led with 14 through 4 sets, so on pace to even go well beyond what she had last night.
So a chasing rotation violation on the way, so you get the free point there for the Red All-Stars after the serve.
Up to a 3-point lead after that rotation violation, like you mentioned. Now Byron serves. Collins with a drive that Terrell couldn't handle. We've seen a nice effort from Madison Collins. Her third kill already. One of the differences that we've seen, we haven't seen that line shot open for the red team near as much as we saw at Fargo South, as the adjustment has been made there. Ullman racks up another one. That's 12 now. Kaloran had her shot sent back. Ullman could not get it over, so that'll be 4. And the blue team back within 2. Here's Sommerfeld now coming in to serve. Sommerfeld, the libero from West Fargo Horace. Saw her playing the libero spot last night. And Tozer with the smart tip and plants it on the blue line. Back up to a 3-point lead.
And Jordan Tozer heading to St. Cloud State for a little track and field coming up here in the fall. And she's just been a quality player here for the Red All-Stars so far in this series.
Bjornaby with a nice touch, but a sprawling save by Byron. 50-50 at the net. And this time that one gets through. It's Kaloran winning the net battle. Gets one back for the blue.
Yeah, Tozer had a chance, just couldn't get it over that net at first, and then eventually had that double on that second time. But Kaloran doing a nice job of that 50-50 battle.
Chelstrup is out. Trader's back in for the blue team in the middle. Just a little bit far. It was the right idea to that back corner chase, but just a little bit too far, and Blue's back within 1.
Yeah, didn't miss by much. Those are ones that the Blue All-Stars missed kind of last night, Josh, that the Red All-Stars seem to hit every time across the net.
Oh, that one sunk in at the last second. And that's Wendell from Carrington with the kill.
Carrington Cardinal products able to get a nice one. We kind of saw Wendell a little bit yesterday's setting as well for the red team, so able to get a big swing there. And speaking of setting, a really good setter coming in here for the Red All-Stars and Emerson Johnson.
Kaloran has to readjust, put it in a pretty good spot, had a couple committing to it. This one lofted up. Bjornaby free to fire, but it is long. Here is the aforementioned Emerson Johnson, the setter out of Wyndmere Lidgerwood with the serve. Clamine does get it over, handled by Trader at the net, and Kaloran sails one a little bit far, going line to line, and Red has opened up a 4-point lead, one of the larger leads of set 2. Timeout taken, 14-10, the Red team getting some separation, getting a little bit of a lead. See if the blue team can regroup through this timeout. We're back in 30 seconds.
The Norman County Fair, June 18th through 21st. Fireworks, monster truck, Laura J's strong and amazing aerial stunt show, racing, free stage entertainment, magic shows, youth and senior days, mechanical bull riding, free music, Veterans Day. It's the Norman County Fair. Get the full schedule at normancountyfair.com. There's so much more at the Free Gate Fair. The Norman County Fair, June 18th through 21st, Ada, Minnesota, where summer begins, the fun never ends.
See the fans here at Mandan. We got the youth out tonight. Some maybe players that we'll see in the future here in the Optimist Volleyball Series, as we heard from some of our player interviews throughout this last week from these players, just saying we've seen this event before. We want to be in this event, and it's a growing one at that. So we're proud to be bringing that to you on yourliveevent.com. It's Optimist Volleyball Day 2. Clamine blowing away the blue team. Picks up another kill.
Yeah, so far for Clamine and Omen, 18 kills combined between the duo, and we're only in to the 15th point of the second set for the red team.
That's playing to your strengths right there if I've ever seen it. Kaloran from the outside, that's her strength. Plants that one in the middle of the floor and gets the side out. Just a second kill for Kaloran tonight. Here's Hegerly, skims it over the net. And Byron on the far side from Grand Forks Red River. Grazes the net, but gets it down in a good spot.
A really good swing by Byron. What we've seen from the Red All-Stars, the outside is kind of where they consistently go. They do the red enough to where you have to abide by it, Josh, but they really hit you from the left and the right side.
Here's Trader. Popped high. Tozer gets it back into the middle. Hegerly to the far side. Bjornaby through the block. Byron and Clamine were there but could not stop that swing from Bjornaby.
The Bjornaby, future Viking at Valley City State University. Third block of the third kill so far of the match here for the Grafton Spoiler product.
Wow, from the back row, Ullman doing it again.
Yeah, no block, and even from the back row there for Caitlin Ullman, she has just been locked in from the opening jump here, or the opening serve here tonight in this Optimist Volleyball Series.
There's been no slowing down. Caitlin Ullman, who we talked with last night after the 4 sets at Fargo South. This one off the post and out. 6-point advantage for the red team, and a timeout spent here. 18-12, red team on top in set number 2 of Optimist Volleyball Day 2.
The World of Outlaws late models return to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota, June 28th. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Enjoy the experience. Nationwide top 10 experience last year. Let's make it number 1 this year. World of Outlaws late models. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Tickets now available. ncraceway.com.
It's time for our Bank North in-game update. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank today. Bank North, a member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And we've seen a lot of the same here in set number 2. It's been a lot of Caitlin Ullman leading the way with 13 kills already on the night, nearly at her total of 14 that she had at Fargo South through 4 sets. This one detonated by Trader, and it is in. Blue team back within 5. Trader serving now, down 5. We've seen the blue team been able to get back within 3, within 2. But there's always an answering run. Hegerly dives down. And that one does not get over. Blado denied at the net. Here's Emerson Byron now serving. It's been a nice second set for her. She's got 3 kills now on the evening, but she's just been solid play. She sets across, sets up. Yeah, that's not going to fly usually when it's just a free one over the net, and that was Strokeland with the cleanup after the blast from Ullman. Just the first kill tonight for Strokeland from Kenmare Bowbells, but did have a very nice night at Fargo South. It's one of those contributors in that 4-set victory. Tozer chasing it down, hustle play, but it is in the stands. Kaloran and Zeltinger back in, Blado and Hegerly out. Zeltinger the serve. And just going back to the middle is Strokeland again, starting to heat up.
Yeah, particularly from the middle spot. We were mentioning earlier they were kind of going outside. Now all of a sudden you're kind of seeing more one-on-one opportunities a little bit here for Strokeland in the middle, and they're taking advantage of it.
One of the first service errors we've seen here from the red side tonight. They've been the ones that are getting kills, getting aces rather. 5 of them, in fact. But a service error at that time. We'll send it back over to the blue team. Set maybe a little bit too far in front for Tozer. It ends up being 4 touches on the red side. I feel like setters probably would have some of the toughest time getting the chemistry built up, maybe chasing one of these all-star series, as you're learning from different players where their sweet spot is, where they like it.
Without question, that's the one thing you got to communicate as a setter, and just kind of ask where do you kind of like that volleyball, as we were able to see right there, and really good set on the way from Emerson Byron there, and now Strokeland starting to heat up here in set number 2.
Yeah, that connection starting to work in this set, as Strokeland's now got 3 kills, all in the last 5 to 7-ish points for the red team. There's another one for Clamine, and another good set from Byron.
Yeah, Clamine definitely, I think, putting player of the game performance, kind of with her and Omen, kind of like what we talked about last night. Josh, at least between those two right now for those hitters.
Yeah, up into the 20 kill range between those two players in less than 2 sets. Terrell saves it back in, lofted, and hits the scoreboard. You don't have a scoreboard in every gym sitting exactly right there, so maybe an unlucky piece right there.
A nice scoreboard for the fans, but for volleyball, it can come and play a little bit here, as you see it on that screen.
Nicely done. A pancake effort from Sommerfeld, but comes up a little bit short. That was Tozer with a tip.
Tozer gets the kill on the way, and more importantly for the Red All-Stars, a set point opportunity here.
They've done a nice job in these closeout moments. They haven't played around and let the blue team get close once they've gotten to set point. Bjornaby sent back, joust at the net, and the blue team wins this one. They stay alive for another point.
And Trader was right there in the middle again, and we've just said her name a ton tonight for the Blue All-Stars, and kind of said it a lot yesterday as well. She led the Blue All-Stars with 9 kills in that first match yesterday at Fargo South.
Yeah, she's got 7 already tonight, more than twice what the second closest player on blue has. Set a little bit too far out in front. And blue's starting to creep back into it here, down 5. Would need their largest scoring run of the couple nights so far to get back into this one. And an ace. Just the third one for the blue team tonight. But Hegerly picks up an ace that time, her first of the night. Down the line, played by Byron. Into the net, and Clemene could not quite sneak it over. And now you're within 3. Timeout forced to be called. This is the first time the blue team has really put that pressure on at the end of a set. We'll step aside, 24-21, red team on top.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading core tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading core tutor.
So you take a look at the blue team huddle right now, down 3. They've already put together 4 straight points. It was 24-17 not long ago. They need 3 more to at least extend this to extras. Eddie Hegerly on the on the serving streak right now. Clemene gets this one ahead, and there is the set. Finally putting this one away, and Clemene is able to clean this one up for the red team. 25-21 again is your score in set number 2 here from Starion Bank Gymnasium. We'll step aside, come back and recap the set. 25-21 in both set 1 and 2 from Mandan.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
Welcome back here to Starion Bank Gymnasium in Mandan, home of the Braves. It's time for a DJ Coulter Agency set recap, and we got the same score in both sets, 25-21. It came in a little bit different fashion with a lot closer of a first set, and then in set number 2 was a 7-point advantage that the blue team narrows down to 3. But Chase, what do you think was the story? Who do you think stole the show again in set 2?
Yeah, I think it was more so Edison Clemene in set number 2. Obviously, Ann Strokeland with a couple of really nice kills as well. Emerson Byron came up large early on, I think, in that second set when it comes to the Red All-Stars. The blue team, we're seeing a little bit more Bjornaby, making some good kills on their side. Trader's Trader, Madison Collins has had a really good volleyball match so far, but I think the difference right now is just the Red All-Stars winning those 50-50 balls, and then also they go on 3, 4, 5-point runs, where the Blue All-Stars, Josh, we don't really talk about a 4 or 5-point run so much, from the Blue perspective. So can the Blue kind of get a little bit deeper runs when they have the opportunity to serve? That'll be the biggest thing going forward. And a reminder, no matter what, we're going to play 4 again here tonight as they give the fans the opportunity to see their fellow local fans here out in the West, as we did yesterday in the East.
Yes, so no matter what happens, we'll be playing at least 4 sets of volleyball here tonight. The first 2 in the books with the red team on top 2-0. They took all 4 at Fargo South, looking to do an entire 2-match sweep. Here is Emerson Johnson from Wyndmere Lidgerwood teeing up the serve. And this one's down in front of Kovash. As Collins with her 4th kill now. Seen the blue team get the first point a couple times already now in this set, but it's a long way to 25. Bjornaby with a drive to the back line, handled by Kovash. Tozer sent back by Collins and company at the net. Blado is also in the area. Blado has to readjust, does get it over. Sent back, and point red at the net, as that did not get over his 4 touches.
It was one of the better, longer volleys that we've had. A lot of quick points so far here in the first and second set. Yesterday we saw a good couple of volleys just like that, Josh, but similar as last night, the red more times than not came out on top, even those in those long rallies.
Terrell a little bit short on the serve. Gives the lead back to the blue team, and something that the blue team can be encouraged by, the communication aspect has looked better here tonight, Chase, and they're not deferring as much. They're going out and getting to the ball.
Yeah, you're attacking it at the net. That's what they've been able to do a little bit more.
Bjornaby unable to tee that one up, having to readjust in the air. Now they get 2 now. Here's the Patriot Clemene. Does sneak it over, and Hegerly wasn't expecting that one to make it over after teeing up on the net. That's an ace for Clemene, her 2nd. Back-to-back aces now for her 3rd. And just a dominant fashion that the red team is getting the aces. 7-3 over the blue team right now. Service receive has been an issue that we've talked about already for the blue team, and it's coming back again in set number 3 on night 2. 3 straight aces for Clemene.
And you got the bench that even has a little, PJ Fleck would be happy, a little rowing
Row
on the
boat.
bench.
Best service streak of this tournament, if you will, with 3 straight aces. This one, I mean, you get confident, you get a little bit over aggressive on that serve, but hey, you got 3 straight aces, so why not?
Yeah, 5-3, but really good run there by Clemene. And now can the Blue All-Stars take advantage of the quick side out here, quickly try to get it back to 5, maybe play with a little bit of a lead. They haven't dug themselves as much of a hole as yesterday, Josh, itself, but they still have been consistently playing from behind for most of this volleyball match.
And service return, big part of that, and you can't be giving away 3 free points to start a set here. They do get one back as Wendell fans on it.
And Wendell even checked the official saying, "Are you okay?" I kind of took it up from underneath you for a second.
Oh, what a spot right there. Strokeland again. Cutting it back across the grain, was able to surprise everyone.
Stimson was kind of that player early on yesterday. I think Strokeland's kind of taking that 3 amigos, if you will, with Omen and alongside Clemene here tonight, Josh.
I'd agree. That's her 4th kill now, and she really got it going in set 2. Didn't hear much of her in set 1, but she has found her rhythm. Teed up for Chelstrup. Back to Trader. Getting back up for it was Wendell off the ground, but couldn't keep it in play. Nicely done by the blue team.
Yeah, Trader with a nice swing. It was all set up by the swing that you said by Chelstrup there from Central McLean. A couple of Class B All-State teams of South Prairie Max and Central McLean that made their way to the Fargo Dome, helping each other out here on the blue squad.
Here is Bixby back into the action. And Foster has this one go off of her hands, and red team gaining back that lead. Every time it gets within 1, you see the red team get that side out that they're looking for. Have not suffered a run of more than a few points. The longest one that we've probably seen in this tournament is at the end of set 2 when it was 24-17 and blue rattles off 4 straight. Trader gets it right back.
And Trader's done a nice job of going back to that last point for the Red All-Stars. A really good combination play with Wendell and Strokeland there again for the Red All-Stars to earn the point.
Heading to Minot State for volleyball and business, and she means business when she's playing volleyball, as we've seen here tonight.
For Trader, again, the Class B Senior Athlete of the Year, helping propel the Royals to a state runner-up this season to Langdon Area Munich in Class B.
Tozer with a chance and converts. Set up brilliantly. Back and forth we go at that 1 to 2 point gap on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Blado with a chance at the net, but handled over the double block, but covering was Tozer. Into the net, and it goes through. And I think was Stimson on the edge.
Yeah, Stimson on the near side, able to get that one through the double block, and well, had a good performance last night, trying to do that in the 2nd night in a row here.
Here's Chelstrup. Tozer getting up and converting. When you see a number 11 go up on either side, it usually means it's going to hit the floor.
And Tozer now already with 4 kills in the match here for the Tommies, and a timeout on the floor for the Blue All-Stars.
10-6, red team on top, and they've got their largest advantage of set number 3 on yourliveevent.com.
I'm here to personally invite you
to join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
great rates,
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
10-6, red team on top, and we've got some special guests here in the house. And Chase Miller, who we got right there?
Yeah, in the middle, Tim Wallstrom from Kenmare Bobos. Last year that he's going to be a co-head chair of the North Dakota Coaches Association with Lisa Strand. That it's Lori DeKaiser who helps us out with the Optimist Volleyball Series from the local Fargo Optimist Club. But first, would like to thank to Mr. Wallstrom from Kenmare Bobos for doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work over his tenure. Still going to be coaching, still going to be involved with volleyball, but this is kind of his last hurrah, so to speak, with the Optimist Volleyball Series here, Josh.
Side out as the blue team gets this one back at the violation at the net. Back to within 3 now. Hegerly is checked back in as Chelstrup and Zeltinger go to the bench. From the back row, Kovash lofts this one over. Blado sets it up. Collins got it through. A dive by Fitterer keeps it alive. Block at the net. And there's Clemene yet again winning the net battle.
Some aces, some kills, some blocks. What can't Clemene do here for the red team?
Johnson goes to the corner, forces Kaloran off to the side. Collins from the back row, it's sent back again by Clemene.
Now that might just do it for our player of the game, Josh.
Yeah. Multiple blocks, a lot of kills, second in the night.
Now,
only behind Omen.
Now it's a question, can she get 3 blocks in a row like she did with 3 aces
Right.
here earlier in the set?
Trying to get a hat trick of both those. And whether you like to say it again or not, it's coming off of that service receive where the blue team is having to try to attack from the back row, and then the block is just waiting for that touch. That one goes a little bit long and out of play. Blue team back within 4, and now here is the West Fargo Cheyenne product in Alexa Kaloran. Johnson with a decent setup, but that one goes wide over towards the blue team bench. Pushed to the back by Tozer, handled by Kaloran. Net battle, and it's won in the middle by Blado, using the height to her advantage.
And Blado able to just essentially able to dunk that one down the middle there, Josh.
Yeah, didn't have to think too long and hard about it, but she saw a free one up there. Net battles a lot of the time go her way. So nice set, leading Wendell into it, but it sails a little bit long. So blue team with a nice 4-point run here with Kaloran at the service line and getting back into this third set. Kaloran steps into this one. It goes to the back line. It's an ace. Red called it long initially, but it had the last second drop, and Kaloran with her first ace of the night. That's 4 for the blue team in total. 8-4 in favor of the red team in aces this evening. And Clemene, they just go right back to her. Whether the setter's on the far side or the near side, they're seeking out Clemene, who has the hot hand.
And the Blue All-Stars able to rattle off 5 points in a row, get to the third tie of the match, but then guess who able to slam the door yet again here for the Red All-Stars in this third set.
And it's been both nights. Every time you get within 1 or 2, the answer is there, and it's often been either Ullman or Clemene with the answer.
Another ace on the way here for the Red All-Stars by Terrell.
Yep, Terrell picks up her first ace. Bjornaby tees it up. It's blocked out of play. So it works out for the Grafton spoiler.
Able to use the block to your advantage sometimes, Josh, just using angles, and that's exactly what Bjornaby was able to do there.
She's tied for second in kills on that blue side right now with 4. Here's Foster with a low serve, knuckling a little bit. Red team does a nice job getting that one over. Schrader with a blast, and this time wins it.
Nearly hit the scoreboard again in the middle. Everybody was kind of waiting for that, but as you said, everybody was kind of waiting for another blast there by Schrader, and she's able to do it again.
Yeah, you can just see it trickling over to that blue side, and you know who's waiting in the middle. Another ace.
Ace for the blue team.
That time it was Foster back there, I believe, with the ace. So blue team has picked up the lead now. This is the latest they've possessed a lead in a set.
It is, and they took an early 1-0 lead in this one, Josh, as you alluded to, but now playing with a lead here in the third.
Clemene was trying for another answer, but it was dug out. They go to the far side. Into the net end. Blue team's going to add a second point to that lead. That's the largest advantage that they've really seen on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
And Bella Kovac there just grazed the net enough. The net was moving. It was just a matter of who was it, the red or the blue team, but they said Kovac got in the net first.
And there's another ace. Now all of a sudden it's the red team struggling a little bit with serve receive. Timeout is called as the blue team is up by 3 here in set number 3. We'll see if they can hold on when we come back.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
The red team trying to figure something out here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. They see themselves down on that scoreboard for a rare occasion throughout this Optimist Volleyball series, but the blue team has done a nice job coming back in this most recent run. Madison Foster with 2 aces in this run, as blue is now taking the lead and starting to pull away a little bit. They've still got the ball and the serve to try and do some more damage. It's been a team effort, though, to get back in this game, and it's been a few different runs where they've just been able to hold that serve a little bit longer, like you were saying earlier, Chase.
Yeah, and right now, taking a look, Madison's actually getting taped up across the way, so we're having a pause for just a moment as she looks to be good to go, and all of a sudden you're back in the volleyball match. If this was a high school game, they might have said, let's make a substitution, but with an all-star game like this, giving Madison enough time just to get taped up a little bit, and on her serving hand as well, Josh.
Yeah, something to keep an eye out for as she continues her run. No trouble at all there. And she digs one out right away, too. I think she's feeling pretty decent. Nice quick tip right there from Emerson Johnson, but it's handled. Hegerly pops this one up. Collings at the net, has it deflected. To the far side, Kovac deflected twice and down. Red gets an all-important point there.
And for one of the few times, as you said, Josh, the Red All-Stars playing from behind, also now with the service from behind, which we haven't really said too much from Fargo South and Mandan here tonight.
No, certainly not, and they've got one of their best players in right now with Clemene at the service line. Pop up, net battle, won by Trader. Went up against Strokeland. She had 5 inches to make up there, Trader did, as Strokelet 6 foot tall and 5'8" for Trader, but she got up there and made it happen.
Yeah, the one-on-one battle won by the Royal product there from the Royals of South Prairie Max.
This one tipped towards the net. Blue maybe lucky to still be playing on this point. Kaloran able to play it over Foster, and this one does not get over.
Yeah, Bjornaby was trying to get it over. Isabel Wendell was ready to throw up a block as Wendell will head to the service line. Tough play for Bjornaby, just running out of real estate and getting closer to the net.
Serving for the red team, number 12, Isabel Wendell.
Wendell gets 2 to commit to that serve. Nicely done by Fitterer on the defensive side. Gets through the block, but Blue able to receive. Nice volley that we've seen, one of the better durations of points. Trader goes to the back, Fitterer a touch, Terrell a touch. Kovash gets it over, set up for Trader, and she ends it. Blue team starting to find their identity a little bit right now and putting Trader to work in the middle.
Yeah, and we'll see Trader, but also the Blue All-Stars win a long volley, a little rally there that time, and they have a nice little 2-3 point cushion here against the Red All-Stars. And they're kind of giving the Red All-Stars a taste of their own medicine here, Josh. Every time Red gets a side out, Blue able to get it right back on their side.
This one a little bit too far out in front for Strokeland. Now the largest lead that the Blue team has had in this tournament, to this series rather. And another timeout called as Jamie Zastapol wants to talk things over. Down 4, the Blue team nearing their first set win of the series.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
It's time for a Bank North update here for set number 3. The Blue team is on top. They took the lead in the middle of this set as they went on a run. They were down 12-7 earlier in this set, but they come all the way back and have taken a lead. They've opened it up even by 4. Ajaya Trader has been a big part of that. And then Madison Foster also with a couple of aces as this one goes long on service. It is out.
It was awkward because he had the horn go after the time went off the scoreboard from the timeout. So everybody paused for a second, but a Trader already had the serve. So I think they said, well, we'll keep it. If that was in play, Josh, you might have saw a jump ball.
Here's a set for Trader, goes with the tip. A blasted down, Ella Stimpson to the back line, no one home. Here's Kovash now from Dickinson Trinity. Red team within 2. Trader gets it over, a nice lunging save by Kovash. Chelstrup lands one down through the block.
We'll see if the Blue All-Stars can close out a set, something we haven't said so far here in this Optimist Volleyball series.
Tozer a tip, and it works. Blado was skying up there trying to get the block, but the tip in the right spot at the right time. Red team within 2.
Yeah, just grazes the left hand there of Blado. Tozer now with her 5th kill so far of the night.
Blado sent back by Clemene. Fitterer, nice communication, calling that one out. A free ball over. Blado, hard push. Fitterer with a nice job with one hand, sticks it out and gets it over. Blado pushes it across on the third touch. Clemene the floater. Fitterer another dive. They dig it out of the net. Red gets it back over. An amazing volley here. Blado puts an end to it.
I haven't said Blado too many times here tonight, but she can be an exclamation point on a rally like that.
Definitely has the finisher capability at the net. She's got 4 kills now for the blue team up around that area with Bjornby and Collings. Trying to be that supporting cast to Trader. The outside dug out nicely by Foster. Kaloran the push shot. Wendell tips it over. Collings. Collins again, but this one does not get over. 2-point advantage still for the blue team. The red team, though, certainly not out of this one. They have that quick strike capability, and it's now Emerson Johnson, the 5'10" setter from Wyndmere Lidgerwood, that will serve. Blado, tip in a good spot, but Fitterer has had an amazing stint at that libero spot. And that one gets through the block, and blue team adds back to their lead, up 3 now, just needing 2 more points to get their first set victory of the series.
Really good job by Bixby in the back row, being pretty much the only player in the back row there. Then off that transition, Kaloran able to throw it off the side of Tozer at the net.
Kaloran sends Kovash to a lunge. Free ball coming now for the blue team. Net battle, and it's won, though, by Clemene, reaching over and getting the kill. That's a big point to win right there. You go down 4, not looking so hot. Down 2, that's manageable. Here's Terrell. Hegerly to Blado, laying out with one hand. Emerson Johnson keeps it alive. Bjornaby through some contact at the net, could not get it through. And Fitterer apologizing to Terrell right there, as they both maybe had that one, but they both commit, and it ends up as a 3-point lead for the blue team. They are on the verge of set point right now. They've got set point. If they win this point, it'll be the same exact score for all 3, but this time not so much. Red team powers one through.
Clemene right there able to do it again here in set number 3 for the red team.
Back within 2. It is Clemene back at the service line. Handled well. Here's a chance. Trader the push. Kept alive by Emerson Johnson. The set, Trader again, tip, it lands, and the blue team is on the board. 25-22 is your final in set number 3. And good for the blue team coming out on top. This is their first set win in this Optimist Volleyball Series. Set 3 in the books. We'll be back with set 4 and the recap after this.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Telephone Company today.
And it's time for our set recap brought to you by DJ Coulter Agency, sponsored by DJ Coulter Agency, your auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Go to djcoulter.com. Come to the man that can cover your can. Go to djcoulter.com. And Chase Miller, what stood out to you from set 3 as the blue team gets on the board here?
Yeah, the Red All-Stars got up 10-6. They were up 12-7 at one point. So some really good serves by Madison Foster there to tie things up, at 12 apiece, tied at 14 as well. And then after it was tied at 14, the blue team able to get up by 2-3 points, kind of consistently play with a little bit of an advantage. And I think it has to go to Madison Foster again for a little bit, Josh, that got a little of the shot in the arm, if you'd like to call it. And then Trader, really good play by Collins, able to see Bjornaby, both a couple of Leah Newton's West Fargo Cheyenne products coming up big when they needed it with Alexa Kaloran and Maya Blado at different times. Just probably the best overall set we saw from start to finish so far from Fargo South last night and here in Mandan tonight, Josh, for this Blue All-Stars. And they got a chance, we said we're playing 4 no matter what. The question is, will we play 5 here coming up as we head to set number 4?
That is your set recap brought to you by DJ Coulter Agency. And this blue team trying to push it to 5 sets after they found their rhythm, it felt like, in set number 3. Here's Hagerly to lead it off. Clamine sent back with Trader at the net in tandem with Blado. It's 3 straight sets that the blue team has taken the first point. This one gets through the block. Pancake dive by Collins to lay out for it. It does eventually get through, but credit to Collins for that save.
Credit to Collins without question. Kovac on the outside with the kill here for the Red All-Stars. And that was the kind of plays we saw yesterday, Josh, consistently. The blue team would make a sensational play, but it would be the red team that eventually would be the benefactor with the point.
Hagerly sets up for Blado, who detonates. You give one right there to Blado in that sweet spot, it is tough to handle.
Yeah, Blado able to have that quick transition game there for the Blue All-Stars, and like you said, Josh, in that middle, and that's the reason why Cheyenne was so good this past season with Blado as a senior.
And this one gets through the block. Collins powers it through. 3-1 advantage as that one got through Stimson.
Last night we didn't talk about momentum a lot, but right now momentum is definitely on the blue side here, Josh. From what we've seen this particular volleyball match just continue to grow throughout tonight.
Yeah, it seems like they've gotten into their zone a little bit quicker. And a tip has been awarded on that last play. It'll be a red team point.
Clamine on the way for the kill.
Point to the side out to the red team, serving for the red team, number 4.
She's got a dozen of them tonight and been a big factor on why red team got up the first 2 sets and was kind of their pacer in that third one as well. Ullman still leads in kills after not even really playing in that third set. This one goes out. Blue team up by 2. That just shows you how many kills Oman racked up in the first 2 sets that she played, that she is still on top despite her teammate Clamine really having a showcase performance. Here's Clamine again, diving his Trader. Couldn't dig it out. Another one for Clamine. Tozer and Emerson Johnson back in for the red side. Terrell wears the libero shirt this time. Fitterer, though, is also in, who played libero last set. And Clamine again. Oh, that was Oman there, my bad.
Johnson survey.
Yeah, that one just sounded good off the hand of Oman.
It sure did. A good omen for the red side that she's back in the game and doing her thing.
I mean, service violation on the way there for Johnson.
Here's Presley Zeltinger from Kenmare Bobels to serve. They also bring Bjornaby back in on the blue side. Through the block and Ullman again.
Kaylin Ullman just continues to be what the Red All-Stars kind of need, that nice 1-2 combination with her and Clamine. If they were on the same volleyball team, that would be unfair, Josh.
Yeah, that would be pretty unstoppable. It's a good thing they put them on rival teams. This point will be awarded to the blue side with the whistle blowing play dead.
And Bella Kovac able to have the swing, but she hit it on the wrong side of the pole, so out of bounds. And ball goes to the Blue All-Stars, but that's what makes the All-Star matches so fun, Josh, is kind of to almost have like a fantasy lineup, if you will, right,
yeah,
of really good volleyball players, and who would you pick for a kill or a setter and stuff, and we kind of get that last night and tonight here in Mandan.
Tozer with the tip into a good spot, but Collins chases it down. And line to line, nicely dropped in.
Bjornaby there with the kill.
Blue team has paced this fourth set as they're trying to get this one to 5. Readjusting and waiting for that one to come down. Strokeland and drop down. Heads up. Short pop serve from Collins that time. Tozer into a good spot and gets it down. Red team gets the side out, back within 2. It's Terrell to serve.
Tozer with 6 kills on the evening now here for the Red All-Stars.
She's maybe been that third player in there that's supported Ullman and Clamine. Red has had some good depth throughout this series. There's Kaloran answering right back. Clamine sent back. Nice job there from Bjornaby and Trader. Bjornaby got her hand on it, but had no help that time, and it gets through.
And you see Ullman do it again here in the set number 4. We talked a lot about Clamine in set number 3 for the Red All-Stars, and right now it's Ullman a lot here in set number 4.
As long as you've got one of those 2 players on the floor for the red team, you're in some pretty good shape. And we have a violation at the net as Trader was going up to detonate, but the net was moving a little bit there, I think, and his red team back within 1. Zeltinger sprints back to that one, and Collins with a good effort from the back row, and Kaloran cleans it up. That back row hit right there really set up Kaloran's kill.
And the senior athlete of the year in Class A from West Fargo, Cheyenne, Alexa Kaloran, showing you why right there with that swing.
This one into the net, and unable to get it over. As Stimson is over on that far side. Misfiring on that one. 3-point advantage for the blue team. Hegerly sends Terrell a little bit back. But Ullman gets it through. Credits the set, and red team's back within 2. Here's Fitterer back into the back row for the service now. And Holland Fitterer, a name that we haven't maybe said as much on the red side, but she has had some really good defensive plays at that libero spot. And she's in there as kind of a defensive specialist at this point. As this one gets down in front of her, it's a 3-point blue team advantage.
And Alexa Kaloran right now is having herself a really good set number 4 as she comes on the rotation, but got a handful of kills there, Josh, in the front row.
Yeah, it's already 3 in this 4th set. Rejected by Clemene at the net. Trader. And we have a touch at the net, so they will be blue team point.
Baker's dozen in kills so far here for Trader. Right on cue with the number for the Blue All-Stars here in set number 4.
Alyssa Sommerfeld from West Fargo Horace to do the serving. Finds Terrell, the set across. Ullman does the job. Nearing 20 kills for Caitlin Ullman right now. An unbelievable performance. She led the entire night through 4 sets with 14. Has blown that out of the water. And an ace. Clemene with the ace, and is that 5 aces for Clemene now on the night?
It is. She had 3 in a row in set number 3, Josh. What can she do here?
A devastating server. And back to back. Wow. 6 aces in an all-star game. Incredible stuff from Clemene. And Trader with a beautiful touch to the back corner. A great spot to put an end to that service streak from Addison Clemene.
Yeah, big point there for the Blue All-Stars, as you alluded to, Josh. They pretty much have played with the lead for the majority here of this 4th set, and every time it's a tie or a red gets within a point, they get a quick little play, as we saw right there from Trader.
Byron the set. Tipped over, and here's Collins through the block. It's been a really nice performance from Collins here tonight. She's been able to be the finisher on some of these plays that were getting miraculously saved in night 1 at Fargo South.
I mean, a UND coming up for a little college studies for Collins.
There's an ace for Trader as it gets through the net and dies.
We're going to see a timeout here from the Red All-Stars.
Indeed, as we'll step aside. 16-12, the blue team opening up a 4-point lead midway through set number 4, trying to push it to 5.
Get ready, Ada! Big Blown Monster Trucks will invade Norman County Fair with one big show. June 20th, Monster Trucks and more. Plus all new family affordable prices while they last. VIP tickets include a pit party pass and the best seat. Get tickets online at legendsofmonstertrucks.com or get them late at the gate. Your Monster Truck ticket is your free entrance into the fair. Get your tickets now. One big show, June 20th, to see the legends of the Monster Truck world at the Norman County Fair. It's gonna get wild.
Time for our Bank North in-game update as we're midway through set number 4. And Chase Miller, what have you seen? We've seen some back and forth here, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of really good. And also, speaking of good, Miss Trader has been really good here for the Blue All-Stars.
Trader continuing to serve as she leads the blue team in kills, more than double what anyone has on that side. This one gets down. Red team back within 3.
And to see Ullman do it again from the outside here for the Red All-Stars.
Far and away the leader in kills tonight. Ullman is up to 34 between night 1 and 2 right now. Nice defense at the net on the Blado hit. A joust, and it spins on the net. Shellstrup takes it off. Callings with the finish.
Really nice swing by Collins. So far, we've just seen the Blue All-Stars, I think, just even when they lost the first 2 sets, Josh, from earlier today, they just seem more cohesive so far in this second night compared to what we saw in the first night at Fargo South.
Yeah, it's been very comfortable. They're not looking around and letting balls drop that are gettable. It's the communication aspect is there, the effort is very much there, and the talent is also there. Punched up by Emerson Johnson. Getting all the way up. That's Bjornaby on the far side from Grafton, knocking that one down.
Really good back set on the way just to set up Bjornaby as well.
Largest lead of the set for the blue team. Rotation violation, I believe, as we're getting a point for the blue team on the serve.
19-13, and the Blue All-Stars all of a sudden took a 14-12 lead, Josh, and ballooned it up to 6 here.
Largest lead of the series now for the blue team. Collins trying to add to it, and does. She is really heating up in this 4th set.
Yeah, up to double digits now for kills, and another quick timeout here from the Red All-Stars.
They're in need of some help here as they've got some good coaches to get them through with Rich Olson and Jamie Zastapol. Will come back in 30 seconds.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Blue team on a roll right now, and Presley Zeltinger from Kenmare Bowbells, the 5'7" setter, will continue the service. Tip in a good spot, and just trying not to collide too much there. The blue team sprawling out, but unable to keep it up.
A nice little spot. We've seen those tips from Jordan Tozer at particular times, but we also can see her hammer the volleyball here for the Red All-Stars. But really nice, as you said, Josh, really good finesse there at the net.
This one out of play. Zeltinger couldn't keep it on the right side of the post. And right back to Ullman.
After the timeout, couple of points in a row here for the Red All-Stars.
Tip towards the net on the set, but Blue is able to dig this one out. Callings again, but Terrell absorbs the blow, and they get through on the tip. Red with 3 straight.
Yeah, Kovac there on the outside did a really good job seeing the double block, and instead of going 100 miles an hour, just used the block to her advantage with a little push at the end there off the side of that Blue defender.
A very smart and heads-up play there from Bella Kovac from Dickinson Trinity. And Bjornaby unable to send that one back over. Miscalculated in the air. 4 straight now for the red team, and timeout forced now on the other side. After the Zastapol and Olsen timeout, 4 straight points, and Stephanie Oliver, Katara Schwartzrock will talk it over now. 20-17, Blue team still on top.
Let's face it, moving is a pain. And if you decide to do it yourself, take the hassle out with All About Moving in Grand Forks. While national conglomerates tend to overcharge and take longer, All About Moving is locally owned and wants to make your next move an efficient and stress-free experience. Take the stress out of moving with All About Moving in Grand Forks, so you can focus on the things that really matter.
Red team on a roll. Caitlin Ullman continuing the service now on a 4-point streak. And that one does not get over. The set not quite in the right spot. Leading Bjornaby into the net, and now red team a 5-point run back within 2 chase.
Yeah, we talked about momentum for the B All-Stars. Well, Uncle Mo is definitely on the red side right now.
This one sails a bit long. Ullman getting maybe a little bit greedy on the backside there. 3-point lead for the blue team for Collins to take over.
Well, the Blue All-Stars is kind of what they've had, very similar to set number 3. You know, they were kind of up 2-3 anytime the Red All-Stars got a point. They got a quick side out.
Tozer battling at the net, gets it over. Collins from the back row sails it a little bit long. Bjornaby gets through the block from Kovac and Klamine. Blue team does loft this one over. Johnson set, dug out by Terrell, adjusting his Zeltinger to the net and could not get it over. Kaloran with the effort, but it came down in a bad spot right at the net.
Yeah, it's going to eventually be 4 will be the official call. And like you said, just a tough spot for anybody there, Judge, trying to hustle.
We are back tied, ladies and gentlemen, 21 apiece. What a run. An 8-1 run from the red team when they needed it most.
4th tie and the first time since it's been 5 up here in set number 4.
The red team trying to win this in 4. Blue team trying to send us to a 5th set. Zeltinger gets this one away from the net to set up Kaloran. Tozer a loft over. This one eats up Emerson Johnson a little bit, but Red still able to recover. Pushed and a little bit off towards the blue bench side. Blue team back on top.
That was close to being a touch at the net. That was very, very close. You could see some of the some of the Reddit team was asking for it.
Collins with the dig, and it was going to be inbound, so Red has to play it. Klamine couldn't dig it out. Back-to-back points for Blue as they are smelling set point here. Big time block from Bjornaby and Schrader. And it gets down, it gets through Kobosh. And Bjornaby earns set point now.
Set point for the blue team.
And unable to convert on that one. Red team's staying alive. They need 2 more to just keep this extended and going. Here is Byron. Grand Forks Red River setter serves over and goes to the back row. Trader with the tip, but it comes up short. And now red team just needing 1 more point to keep this going.
Blue All-Stars were kind of debating between Coach Oliver and Coach Schwartzwalk there, Josh, as well. Keep it here on, like, do we call a timeout? You want to call a timeout? What do you think here a little bit? And all of a sudden now you give that a red team just 1 more chance to come through a little bit, give everybody a chance to collect their breath. But the difference, again, in the third set compared to first and the second is this is when the blue team has made the chance to get out of a sticky situation and earn the point. Can the red team be the team that mounts a comeback here and, like you said, try to steal this fourth set here, Josh?
Yeah, the red team, they had a valiant comeback in this set already with an 8-1 run. Do they have any magic left to extend this game, extend this fourth set right now? Because the blue team 1 point away from sending us to 5. Here's Byron again. Probably not going too aggressive on this serve, just getting this one over. Does just that to the middle of the floor. Kaloran sneaks it through, and we're going to 5. The blue team comes out on top in back-to-back sets, 25-23. And we'll have a winner-take-all set for night 2 here in Mandan coming up. We'll take a quick break here and reset it when we come back for set 5 in this final set of the All-Star Series of Optimist Volleyball.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day 1. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Time for a DJ Coulter Agency set recap. Your auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Go to djcoulter.com. It's time for set 5 now. But first, let's recap how we got here. First 2 sets go to the red team, and they took the first 6 of this series after winning the first 4 at Fargo South. But it's been the blue team since then with a run of their own. 25-21, 25-21 the first 2 in favor of the red, but 25-22, 25-23. Just very close competitive sets here in night number 2. We've seen Ajaya Trader shine. We've seen actually Madison Collins be that secondary scorer, if you will, from the outside for the blue team.
Yeah, and the blue team, I thought, from Collins, Josh, Molly Bjornaby and Alexa Kaloran really had a nice kind of 1-2 combination with Collins there in that fourth set. Obviously, Trader does what Trader does, but at the end of the day, Kaloran with some big swings early. Bjornaby was able to get a couple as well, and we'll get to a fifth set, and we'll find out who's going to take the first one. Was all red All-Stars last night itself, but you and I talked after we got done yesterday, Josh, that maybe it was closer than the final score said. Yeah, there was a 25-10 and 25-15, but some of those were self-inflicted wounds by the blue All-Stars, and then also they weren't missing by much on the swings, but what we've seen today, just better swings, probably better rhythm. As for some of these players, day 5 that you're together, second volleyball match, so this is what you wanted to see in an All-Star series, just really good competitive volleyball. 4 points, 4 points, 3 points, and 2 points has been the difference so far, as you alluded to, Josh, earlier in these 4 sets.
Yeah, I was just going to mention the differential right there. This is exactly what you want to see in an all-star series, especially this second night right here. The sets are going deep. It's not blowout sets, and it just shows how even these teams actually are. After we saw 4-0 yesterday, yes, but it was a lot closer, like you were saying, than what the Dakota Heritage scoreboard would have suggested. So these coaches are smart. They drafted these teams here, and it's very even, and we're seeing that here tonight.
And just a reminder, post-game show still to come. Also, we will have 3 divisions of volleyball coming up here later on in August and September when everything gets going. Volleyball this season gets going a little bit later than it has been in the past after Labor Day weekend. High school football on August the 22nd. We'll get to some other sports in terms of soccer and golf and everything else, Josh. So as much as we like to say it's summer, high school sports will be here around the corner one more time. But, yeah, it's been a lot of fun from last night to Fargo South, and we'll see what these last few minutes have in store for the 2025 Optimist Volleyball Series. And it's been fun to see a couple years now that they've kind of drafted the teams instead of be just the East and the West All-Stars going against each other, but made for some good volleyball, especially here tonight in Mandan.
Absolutely. We'll see how the format changes in the future for this series, but right now we've got one more set of volleyball to go, and it's winner take all here for night number 2. Tied at 2 apiece. First to 15 will win. Blado with a hard push over and earns the first point.
To 5 kills on the night for the Cheyenne product. Her and her teammate Alexa Kaloran heading to Nebraska coming up for their studies in the fall.
And Red answering back there with a well-placed tip has the blue team diving all over the place, but to no avail on that try.
Terrell serving for the red team.
Here is Terrell from Minot High, serves this one over. Collins bats it out of the air. And powering it through was Molly Bjornaby from Grafton. We've talked about her several times tonight as being one of those secondary outside hitters, showing up again here in set number 5.
Yeah, Molly Bjornaby, she could be a sneaky X-factor, possibly a player of the game, I think, here, Josh, when you come to the Blue All-Stars, if they can finish this one off.
Certainly. Clamine tees one up from far back. Oh, well-placed push. Had Hegerly charging in on it, and it sneaks by her. 2 apiece. Long from the start, and blue team is back on top. As Clamine checks out, it's Holland Fitterer back in. A blast to the back, and Oman with the kill with the tip at the net.
Yeah, that one, after the deflection, actually hit on top of the block right there, so you maybe would have had a chance if it wasn't blocked if you're a back row player, but a really good swing as we've seen throughout the evening here by Oman.
Here's Stimpson, their Shanley teammate, coming in to serve. Trader tips it over. Clamine, a diving effort by Foster, and they do get it over. Blocked at the net by Bjornaby. Trader trying to get the finish, but it's dug out by Fitterer once, but not twice.
Heads up play by Eddie Hagerly. Instead of resetting, kind of looked at that back row and said, I can get this one over immediately, more on attack, Josh, instead of just playing with the volleyball and trying to get it back, especially from a setter position.
Yeah.
Really heads up play by Hagerly.
Yeah, the setters can be just some of the smartest players on the floor there, reading the floor the entire time, trying to get the ball to their teammates, and that time called her own number and got the point. Trying to go a second time from that setter spot, Hagerly, and Bixby tips this one up. Kaloran to the back row, but Fitterer is there. And Wendell into the net this time, and Blue is on top 5-3. Here's Sargent County's Bixby as it sails. Kind of a knuckler that sneaks out. Jamie Zastapel relaying some information over to Ella Stimpson as Oman will now serve. Blue trying to get aligned right now. Bixby with a good receive. Trader a hard push with the offhand. This one gets through the block. Well done as Kovash gets the kill.
Knotted at 5, and so far tied at 1, 2, and now 5 here in set number 5.
As close gets. Dug out by Fitterer. We've seen a lot of Holland Fitterer as the libero and defensive specialist tonight. Collins from the back row couldn't convert. Red team with a nice run is back on top. Lunging effort from Wendell as a few different players converge on it for the red team, but we're knotted up at 6 with another rotation coming in here for the blue team.
Looked like Kaloran there on the outside with that kill to tie things up at 6 apiece.
Here is Sommerfeld from West Fargo Horace. Oh, readjusting, and Tozer wasn't expecting it to go back. See another lead change here in this 5th set.
Still to come, we'll get to our Norman County Raceway, Red River Valley Speedway post-game show. A little player of the game, play of the contest, and we'll hear from a victorious player, so make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show coming up here later tonight from Mandan.
Another back set as red team maybe not expecting those sets in that exact spot, and blue team's able to convert again.
Hagerly's had 2 kills tonight, and these could easily be the plays of the game, particularly in set number 5, to give the Blue All-Stars a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, 2 kills might not jump off the stat sheet, but when it happens in the 5th set, those are 2 big ones. Blue recovering off the Kovash hit. Battle at the net. Bixby sets up Collings. Easily handled by the red side. Wendell with a smash, but it's dug out by Sommerfeld. Collings the tip. A blast from the back by Ullman, but it sails long. Timeout called, the blue side emerging out by 3 points right now. It is a 9-6 advantage for the blue team, trying to win in 5.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Time for our Bank North in-game update. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank today. Bank North, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And we've seen a back-and-forth contest, a 4-1 run from the blue team that has propelled them out to a 9-6 advantage. Hagerly has had a couple of nice plays that have gotten the blue team out to the lead, but the red team back within 2 now.
Yeah, Kovash again. We've said her name a handful of times here in this fifth set so far from that outside. Already, we got her down for about 8 kills.
Trader with a smart play to the backside. She's not all just power. She's got location and the touch too. Trader, the leader of the blue team. Collins has emerged as that secondary scorer, though, and Bjornaby's come along, too, so that's why we've seen the blue team have some more success tonight than at Fargo South. Hagerly again with the lefty.
Yeah, Hagerly heading to Dordt University to play a little collegiate volleyball right now, showing you why here in set number 5 with just some heady plays.
Nicely tipped over, and the red team back with an 8. Sommerfeld laid out but could not get there.
And Isabel Wendell there with the tip kill for the Red All-Stars.
Big points coming here for either side. Red needs to get these two to next couple to feel in this thing, but Collins has other ideas. And what do we call here is this one's got to be out and in favor of the blue team as Collins detonates, and that one went on top of the scoreboard, I think.
Yeah, on top of the scoreboard, and then just came back out, and one of the tough ones. We've seen it twice here happen so far where the scoreboard has came and played, both times favoring the Blue All-Stars.
Blocked away, but out of bounds, and converting in the middle there was Clamine. Terrell just a little bit short. Blue team 2 away from victory. So we see Kaloran rotate in now. The blue team has just found their stride here tonight, taking back-to-back sets and looking to, after going down 2-0, take this in 5.
Yeah, looking for the reverse sweep potentially.
Just out, a good idea from Collings right there, searching for an ace down the line, but gives one back. Here's Clamine to serve. She's already got 6 aces here tonight. This is who you want doing the serving, and it leads to a free point.
And Tozer right in the middle. She's had some really good plays between South last night and Mandan tonight, particularly at the middle spot here for the Red All-Stars.
Better receive this time from Foster. Oh, what a save from Collings. Keeps it in off the basketball hoop, laying out Ullman. Dug out of the net, but not this time. The blue team with an incredible point saved by Madison Collings of Williston, and we are going to take a timeout. We'll stay here, though, as the blue team is within 1 point of taking this in 5.
Yeah, Collins just a sensational play and a better job by the Blue All-Stars reacting off the quick ricochet. There's enough room here at Mandan, Josh, where if you get a good dig, you can play easily with it, but it's not the high ceiling that we saw at South last night. So sometimes you will see some of these different bars, the scoreboard, the hoops here come into play. Quick little timeout here from Jamie Zastapul with the match point here on the way for the Blue All-Stars.
Yeah, both these teams back on the floor quickly, trying to decide this game. It'll be Foster, who had taped up that right hand a little bit earlier. She'll be the one doing the serving, but she's looked fine since then. The libero winds and fires. They set up for Ullman. Another sprawling dive by Collins to keep it alive. And too far out of bounds, and that'll do it. The blue team pulls off the reverse sweep in 5. 3-2. The blue team comes back and takes this final set 15-11, and that caps off a fun series here in Optimist Volleyball. Yet again, 5-3, the sets in favor of the red team in the overall series, but the last 3 won by the blue team here. So just a fun series here. We'll recap it when we come back here on our postgame show, brought to you by Norman County Raceway, Red River Valley Speedway on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Outlaws are coming back. The World of Outlaws late model series is coming back to Ada, the Norman County Raceway. Saturday, June 28th, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will have 2 shows at Red River Valley Speedway Saturday, May 31st and August 23rd. For tickets and more information, visit ncraceway.com, redrivervalleyspeedway.com, or follow on Facebook.
It's time for our Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway postgame show here. Norman County Raceway, check out the World of Outlaws late models on June 28th in Ada. Tickets are now available at normancountyraceway.com. And then in Red River Valley Speedway, West Fargo, the Friday night races starting at 7. You can check out the World of Outlaws sprint cars on August 23rd. You can find out more information at redrivervalleyspeedway.com. Coming up, we'll hear from a player of the game from the blue side as they pull off the reverse sweep in Mandan here at Starion Bank Gymnasium. So some fun action here, and let's also get to just our DJ Coulter Agency set recap for set 5, sponsored by DJ Coulter Agency. Come to the man that can cover your can. Go to djcoulter.com. Back and forth in set 5, but the blue team led for the majority of it. There were some runs in either direction as the red team was down early. They come back to take a lead in the middle of the set, but then the blue really controlled the rest of the way. They pull out to a 3-point lead, and then at 14-11, they earn match point. And the hit from Tozer goes a little bit too far out of play. 15-11 is your final in set number 5. So the set recaps for 1 through 5. 25-21 in set number 1 and 2, both in favor of the red team. And then 25-22, 25-23, 15-11, the next 3 sets in favor of the blue team, coming out on top here tonight from Mandan. So those are your DJ Coulter Agency set recaps of the night. In a moment, we'll hear from a victorious player from the blue side. Our player of the game is brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. We'll tally up some of the stats when we come back. We'll take a short break before we get to our player of the game and some final stats here from Mandan.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Hey there! I'm here to personally invite you.
To join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
great rates
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Isaiah Trader joining me now as our Enbridge Energy Player of the Match, as leading the blue team in kills tonight. You were really feeling it seemed like. So take me through just how fun this second night was here in Mandan.
I'm just glad to be a part of this team. You know, we've had really good energy this entire week, so I couldn't have done it without the support of my teammates. You know, it takes a pass to get a set, to get a good kill, so I'm just thankful for all of my teammates because I couldn't have done it without them and my coaches.
It seemed like there was some more supporting cast help for you here tonight with Collings and company also coming to play here for the blue team. So just speak to the efforts of your teammates here that got the job done.
I'm really supportive and I'm really appreciative of all my teammates. Of course, I've played against some and played with some in the past, but some of these girls I've never played with before, so just getting the opportunity to play with them and just see their strengths and just get to continue this season and continue having fun with all my teammates is something I'm really proud of and thankful for.
Yeah, red team takes the first two sets here tonight, 25-21, but then you guys come back and rattle off three straight. What was the biggest change? What was the difference that you guys were able to come out on top the last three?
After playing them yesterday and losing in four, we knew that we were going to have to come ready today and that it wasn't going to be handed to us. So after losing the first two sets, we just kept a positive mindset and just knew that we had to control the controllables and just keep playing our game and keep our heads up and have fun. And that's what we did the last three sets.
How did some all-star coaching help along the way as you got to learn and just be under the wing of a couple different coaches over there? So how did that come into play?
I'm really thankful for all the coaches that have supported me and that have gave me tips and advice throughout this entire week. Katura Shorjak, my school ball coach, I'm used to her and I really love her and I love her coaching techniques. And so getting to see a new coach and her was just really, really good and I really needed it. So I'm very thankful.
How much fun was this overall? I mean, it seemed like everyone was having a blast no matter what the scoreboard was saying on either day. So how much fun was this overall?
It was so much fun because I knew coming here, like, it was just for the fun of it. Like, we didn't have anything to lose. Like, we all came here. We all have great talent. And just being able to support everybody and just show off and kind of just have fun and represent my team and my community, it was just really fun to be here, and I'm so glad.
Yeah. How nice is it to have some have this event in general as just a last hurrah for some that are finishing up their high school career, but then also transitioning some into their college careers?
It's more of a bittersweet moment. Obviously, I'm going to be continuing my season by playing in college, but just getting to wrap it up with high school and just some of the girls who aren't continuing on in college, it's just a bittersweet moment to get to spend with them. And even if I don't see any of them again, it was just fun to be a part of.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us here, and we really appreciate you stopping by. Isaiah Trader leading the blue team in kills this afternoon in Mandan.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, Plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
As we transition here more on our Red River Valley Speedway, Norman County Raceway postgame show, it's time for our Hallstead Telephone Company Connection of the Match. Discover local reliability you can trust at Hallstead Telephone Company. It's how to connect. Visit HallsteadTEL.com. That's HallsteadTEL.com. And for that, we're going to go with the set that we saw earlier in the middle sets. Hagerly to Blado, one of the heaviest hitting combinations that we saw throughout this entire series. We saw Eddie Hagerly have some plays that we'll talk about even later here on our post-game show, but the set that she had to Blado, that she was able to just rise and detonate to the middle of the floor. Maya Blado from West Fargo, Cheyenne on the receiving end of Hagerly's set from Jamestown. And we saw both of those players making spectacular plays all over in this series, but Hagerly to Blado was one of our Hallstead Telephone Company connections of the match. And then we'll move on to our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game. And I'm going to go to the fifth set, and we'll stick with Eddie Hagerly and the just heady Eddie moments, I guess, is what we'll go with the setter in Hagerly. Just shoving that ball over to the open spots on the floor, catching the red side off guard. And that was a big factor that propelled the blue team ahead in set number 5. So they pull off the reverse sweep in large part to Eddie Hagerly's play of the game. Brought to you by Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. We'll take a break and then come back with our final segment here, recap some stats for you before we put a bow on it here from Starion Bank Gymnasium in Mandan, the final site here for Optimist Volleyball. In total, red team takes the first 6 sets and blue team takes the final 3. We'll recap the stats when we come back.
Which goes back to you in the form of
Great race.
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Back here on our Norman County Raceway, Red River Valley Speedway postgame show. It was a fun conclusion to the Optimist Volleyball Series. 5 sets it goes. The blue team with the reverse sweep, and we'll send it over to Chase Miller here for some of our final stats here on the night.
Thank you very much, Josh. As you alluded to, 25-21, 25-21 in the first 2 sets for the Red All-Stars, but the Blue All-Stars come back 25-22, 25-23, and 15-11 for the blue team. Isaiah Trader with 15 kills on the evening. Madison Collins had 10. 8 apiece for Molly Bjornaby and Alexa Kaloran. He had 5 by Maya Blado, 3 by Eddie Hagerly, and 2 by Reagan Chelstrup here today in this one. For the Blue All All-Stars. They would finish with 7 aces, 2 by Trader and 2 by Madison Foster, which really was the shot in the arm at the end of the day here for the Blue All-Stars in a match that took 2 hours and 5 minutes here this evening. The red team led by Caitlin Ullman with 20 kills we had her down for. Madison Clemene with 14. Bella Kovac had 8. The same for Jordan Tozer. Ann Strokeland with 5. 4 by Emerson Byron in some key situations. Ella Stimpson had 3. 2 by Isabel Wendell. Taking a look at the aces here this evening for the red team. They would finish with 10. 5 of them coming by Addison Clemene. 2 by Ella Stimpson.
Thank you, Chase. And it's been an incredible run here for Optimist Volleyball between Fargo South and Mandan. So we'd just like to thank everyone for joining us here for that, and thank all of our sponsors as well, because we can't do our job without our wonderful sponsors helping us get on air each and every day. That'll do it here for our coverage here for Optimist Volleyball. Thank you to Red River Valley Speedway and Norman County Raceway for sponsoring our post-game show here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Signing off on behalf of Chase Miller, I'm Josh Boyko. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and have a great rest of your evening.